Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. When we're talking about advocates for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, then you should actually not look too far too, because one of them happened to be the spiritual director of Adoration Ministry in Enugu, Nigeria. I'm talking about Reverend Father Ejike Mbaka, and he's actually warning the president over a lot of things, among which includes Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Before we go to the newspaper to find out what he's telling President Muhammadu Buhari to do just about immediately, and of course talking to the southeastern governors to act now before it's too late. Like and subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. While the spiritual director, Adoration Ministry, Enugu, Nigeria, Reverend Father Ejike Mbaka, has warned the President Muhammadu Buhari-led federal government over the handling of the situation of Nnamdi Kanu, the pro-Biafran agitator. Mbaka warned that Kanu must not die in custody because his going down would lead to an explosion. The clergyman advised Buhari to grant Kanu amnesty so he does not die in custody. He disclosed this while addressing his followers at the Adoration Ground on Friday. According to Mbaka, Nnamdi Kanu is a delicate material. The federal government should handle him with care. You may mistakenly swallow a kind of bone, but you have to be careful in bringing it out or taking it out. If you want to swallow it, it's a problem. If you don't want to swallow it, wahala. That is Kanu for you. So we have to be very careful. I would rather plead with the governors who came for bazaar, including Ugwani, David Umahi of Ebonyi State, to come together without any delay and have a meeting on how to bring out this bone, because other sensitive organs can be affected and paralysis may be the effect. Nnamdi Kanu IPB gives conditions to dialogue with and President Muhammad Buhari. Are we going to keep silent because it's Nnamdi Kanu? When you are arrested, nobody should be subjected to such a crisis, no matter the crime. How is the person medically handled? Are they handling his case with the context of Nigerian law, or have they forgotten what is called international law? Nigeria is not larger than the world. My prayer is that Nnamdi Kanu will not die in their hands. Listen, if that boy's life is endangered by any carelessness, it may turn into what nobody imagined. Don't throw away my words because it may come through. I want to ask the President Buhari for one thing. Give amnesty to Nnamdi Kanu. Give amnesty to Nnamdi Kanu. Courageously do it, but give him some condition. But above all, Kanu did not just come down from London and saw good roads, power, industry, and our youth working, and he started talking. Something precipitated that situation, so the government should do what they should do. There are millions of Nnamdi Kanu, but those in the military, police, navy, there are millions of silent Nnamdi Kanus before this implosion becomes an explosion. Let Nigeria not suffer a volcanic eruption. He is talking strongly. And of course, in another news, same Father Reverend Father Ejike Mbaka is also still warning the government. Father Mbaka himself has appealed to the President Muhammadu Buhari to negotiate with the people of Southeast over the sit-at-home order by the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. Mbaka explained that Nigeria is sinking, hence Buhari should negotiate with the people of the Southeast. Addressing his members at the Adoration Ground, Mbaka said those around the president were telling him lies about the sit-at-home order. According to Mbaka, whatever is affecting Igbo land is affecting the whole Nigeria. I'm pleading with Mr. President that there is still time for him to come out from his house and stop believing in the report that they are giving him. Mr. President is being fed with fake reports, mendacious reports. Mr. President, you know I cannot tell you lies. The people around you have failed you. You might have done one or two good things, but what about the big ship Nigeria that is sinking? Invincible personnel will announce on social media that nobody should come out, and nobody will come out. No government office will be open, no bank, no market, no shop. Who are the people? These people must be powerful. Listen to them. Let there be negotiation and let us move forward. IPOB declared the sit-at-home order to push for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, this is Father Mbaka. When I said Father Mbaka is the senior advocate of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, now you understand. This is one man have decided to be firing on all us now. Although there seem to be reports which Johannes and Debo themselves have decided to debunk, saying that there have been so much words about bringing down of Reverend Father Mbaka, but this was the reply the Apex group, social-cultural group said. The Apex Igbo social-cultural organization Johannes and Debo had described as baseless a video on social media claiming that some governors in Southeast Zone were plotting to assassinate Reverend Father Njike Mbaka. The video shot by an unidentified man who claimed to be a member of those agitating for Biafra. He has said the governors would bring them back at the spiritual director of Adoration Ministry. But Johannes Ndibo Youth Council Worldwide in a press statement said it was angered by such a baseless attention-seeking allegation. The statement signed by Mazi Okwu Nnabuike, the group's president general, noted that Ndibo should be mindful of the fifth columnist, whose motive is to plant hatred and sow seed of division among the people. Okwu stated that we find no credence in such baseless allegations against two governors of the Southeast region merely because they attended a harvest thanksgiving and adoration ground. We don't know when it suddenly became a crime for politicians to worship God in any church of their choice. There is no nexus between the visit of the governors to the adoration ground and the claim by this fellow that it was a preparatory ground for the same governors to bring down Father Mbaka. It is utterly baseless, unjustifiable, and meant to cause disaffection among the parties involved and their followers. The governors in question are personalities who have done well in their respective states to protect the interest of Ndibo. It is then sad for anyone to turn around and accuse them of bringing down the youth's allegations that are totally unfounded. The youth group cautioned that this was not the time for Ndibo to go into needless chaos among themselves, but to forge a collaboration and face a common enemy. The Igbo in Nigeria today is facing various challenges from outside, and the worst thing that can happen is for us to begin to fight among ourselves. Such should be totally discouraged. We urge our people, especially those in the diaspora, to stop this pentage of stalking the ember of crisis in Southeast while they partied in their faraway locations. Our people must be wary of such character. Oku further stated. Well, you have heard this is actually three news in one, and all of them all bordering on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Reverend Father Njike Mbaka on the sit-at-home order, and the fact that Southeast needs to regain peace by all means, and is calling on President Muhammadu Buhari to listen to him and not to listen to the fake information being given to him by people who have surrounded him. Don't forget that Reverend Father Njike Mbaka have close relationship at some point with the presidency, so he may be speaking from experience. Let's meet in that conversation, please. What's your take?